Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwanifemi Boluwatife Apiola, and I'm super excited to be back on your screen. So today I want to talk about something very interesting, but first, I know that you guys are probably already expecting to have a guest, but let me tell you guys what happened. Apparently my phone crashed, and so I lost all the videos that I've recorded. It's sad, but I don't want to think about it too much because I've been stressed in the past few weeks and I just don't want to add to it. It was very sad for me, although I'm trying to see if I can retrieve them. I wanted to clear up some spaces on my phone, and so I downloaded an app. And funny enough, that thing had happened before, but I just thought, okay, I was going to be extra careful this time in clearing up my data and all of that. Well, before I realized it, before I knew what was happening, I lost all my videos. Oh my god, but I just thought it would not be nice not to say anything to you guys. So I'm just going to gist you about what has been happening recently with me that I know is very common with quite a number of persons that I've spoken with as well. So last week, guys, I had an experience. I was at a point I was feeling really down, not down depressed though. No, but I was feeling bad. I was feeling down. Why was I feeling down? I just thought to myself, like, it doesn't seem like I'm moving at the pace of other persons. It does not feel like, I said I was discussing with my friend and I told her how that someone that I knew started a YouTube channel, and in just like 1 week, boom, our subscribers went up to like 500. And in my mind I'm like, what am I not doing well? I'm not moving, I'm not this, and I was just feeling bad. And then I noticed that it began to push this sense of competitiveness in me and everything. So I began to feel really bad, like, okay, is it like I'm not doing something well? Is there something I can do better? Or is the person better than me in recording YouTube videos? I was just thinking about a lot of things, guys. And that's why I really want to talk about this topic today. And it's really that, what is your definition of success? What does success mean to you? And so in my period of, being down and thinking and being, like, oh my God, what am I not doing well and all of that, these things began to just come to my heart. And then I began to think and ponder on them. And I began to realize, okay, these are actually deep truths, seated truths in my heart that I just needed to meditate upon. And so the first question really to you is, what is success to you? And so I realized that success really is walking in accordance with God's plans and purposes for my life. So it means that if I'm doing every other thing well, like I'm doing this well, like I'm doing that well, and everybody's like, oh my God, Nifemi is doing this and all of that, and it's not actually in accordance with God's plan and purpose for my life, then I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm doing nothing at all. And so it just kind of, okay, let me just pause here and say that some of you that know me personally will be like, Nifemi, how can you be thinking like that? You are the one doing this, you are hosting this event, you are doing this, you are in this something media house and all of that. I just want to tell you that the same way I have that thought, the same way I'm feeling like that, it's probably the same way someone else is seeing you doing big things and you are feeling like you're not doing enough. Sometimes I see some of my friends and I feel like, you're doing amazing well, like this person is doing a great job, and person, when she'll talk to me, she'll be like, I don't think I'm doing enough. And when I'm like, what? I don't think I can do what you're doing. And I just thought to say that even at times when you feel like what you're doing is not good enough, someone is looking at you and is feeling like, I wish I could just do what this person is doing. Now back to the main gist. So really, what is success? Success is working in accordance with God's plans and purposes for your life. Now, your success does not have to be the definition, does not have to follow the pattern of definition of man's success. Your success does not have to follow the traditional or man's definition for you of success. So for me, people can see me and say, okay, success for me will mean hosting big events, getting a gig that involves, hundreds of thousands and, probably millions. Or, getting employed in a very good media industry or a law firm, a big law firm, and, that might be men's definition of success for me. But my definition of success right? Or God's definition of success for me does not entirely have to follow man's definition of success for you. That means you should not be pressured by what someone else is doing. Look, what is important now, as I'm saying this to you, I'm saying to myself as well, that what really is important is ensuring that you're working in line with God's purpose for your life. Either it looks like success to your fellow man or not, as long as that's what you are doing, that's really what is important. That's honestly what is important. And then the fact that you are working in success does not mean that it will be the fact that you are working in purpose does not mean that the journey will be smooth. Does not mean that all you have would be. I've literally had times this year where I broke down in tears and then I cried. I've had times when I was angry and I took out. I remember it still even happened today. I took out aggression on someone because I was just feeling like, oh my god, like what's happening, right? But really, just take a deep breath and remember that. One quick example. I don't know if you're watching this video and you're not a Christian, but it's just the first example that comes to my mind. If you remember the story of Mary was working, Mary in the Bible, she was working in accordance with God's plans and purposes for her life. But it didn't mean that Herod would not still look for people to go and kill him. It didn't mean that she was not working in God's. So it just means that the fact that you're working in God's purpose does not mean it's going to be smooth. So the fact that I'm facing challenges, I'm facing difficulties, I think challenges is the best way to put it. Does not mean that I'm actually not working in line with God's plans and purposes for my life. Does it? No, it doesn't. Because it's usually not always smooth. However, at the end of the day, the men who your success does not entirely, your conventional, we've had women do great things, we've had men do extraordinary things, and at the point where it was good, especially for people who have, okay, let me take a chill pill. Now, for people who seem to be very loud about their career, someone like me, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but if you don't, I guess you should check me out on Instagram and follow me. I'll be excited to have you as my Instagram family, a part of my Instagram family member. Yep. So my username is uluwa.nifemiabiola. I'll put that there just in case you didn't really get it. Now, for someone like me who is an MC, now I tend to put out a lot of pictures, videos of me hosting events and all of that. You might not be an MC. Maybe right now, the part of success for you is learning a course. Is taking on a particular course. Maybe this course will last for 6 months, which means that for 6 months you have to work underground. Means for 6 months nobody has to see your growth. Means for 6 months people literally think that you're not doing anything sensible with your life. But at the end of the day, what really matters is you working in line with God's purpose. So sometimes the man's conventional definition of success might not apply to you now. It might look like you're not growing. It might look like you're not getting better. It might look like nothing seems to be working well for you. But hey, at the end of the day, it's all going to make sense to them. At the end of the day, you're going to make a name for yourself in whatever it is that you're doing. And it's all going to make sense at that point. They'll be like, oh wow, we didn't see that coming. Oh wow, you might even be interning in a particular organization, and for now it looks like nobody even knows the name of the organization or cares what about. It's not like me that it feels. Anyways, let me not say that in this video. But for you, maybe people don't even know the name of the company you're working in. But hey, as long as you're sure that you're on the right path, don't let competition in. Don't be pressured. I'm saying this to myself. Don't be pressured. It takes time, and in the process is the result. Or no, that's not what I want to say. I want to say that in the process is the growth. So that process, that stage, the downtimes I've had, maybe sooner or later I'll tell you my journey to where I am now. I still have a long way to go. God is still taking me very far, but I'll probably give you tiny bits and pieces of parts where I didn't know that were going to make sense, and eventually aligned and made a lot of sense. I just hope that this video helped you in one way or the other. If it did, please share this video with a friend, put it on your status or something. Just let people know about this video. There's a lot of pressure out there, guys. A lot of pressure. And it's just important that we remind ourselves to keep going and ensure that we're not we're not chasing after the applause of man, that we are not working after the commendation of men, but rather we are working in line with what God said or what God says we would be doing on the plan on the surface of the earth. And even though right now it doesn't seem to make sense, why is God asking me to learn about this? Why is God asking me to learn about French? Why is God asking me to learn Spanish? Like what I'm doing right now does not even involve it. Hey, it might not make so much sense right now, and might feel a bit pressure because other people seem to be doing, taking giant strides and all of that. I feel like it doesn't make sense right now, but eventually it really is going to make sense. So till I see you in my next video, hopefully I will have been able to retrieve my videos. I hope I will. You guys, I hope I would. But so till I see you next time, I remain your sweetheart, Nifemi Abiola. Mwah.